What's happening, folks? Thanks for tuning in. So I get so many questions on my main channel, which is an entertainment fishing channel, that I have decided to create this educational company. I'm actually turning my business into an educational company where I'm going to break down every video I do on my main channel, which is an entertainment channel, and I'm going to break it down in an educational way to show you why I'm doing what I'm doing, what I'm using, why I'm using it, how I'm rigging. And so you're going to learn everything I'm doing and why I'm doing it. Now, for those of you that don't know me, I was a fishing guide for 10 years. And so being a fishing guide, you have to be successful on a consistent basis. All right, so you see me doing a lot of weird stuff on my main channel, and so I want to kind of break down the method to my madness and let you guys know why I do certain things when I do it. And so this is what this channel is going to be all about. Like I said, it's strictly an educational channel. I may bring other guides on the channel, other influencers on the channel, talk about their videos as well. I may break down certain people's videos. But the first video that I want to break down is from the other night when Bama Beach Bum caught his very first striped bass. Now, this was a long time coming. Beach Bum has been trying to get that striper for a while, and it finally happened the other night. So I want to break down this video. It was an entertaining video, it was an entertainment video, but I want to break it down in an educational way. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So guys, let me kind of catch you up. We've come down here to the dock light now, and as you can see, the dock light is right there, okay? And me and Matt both, look at that thing, dude. There's a giant fish in the dock light, guys. I'm talking about an absolute monster. So let me stop this video real quick here, folks, and kind of explain what's going on. So we pull up to this dock light right here, and this dock light, we were expecting to see trout and redfish. I've fished this canal my entire life, and that's my first tip that I'm gonna give you, is always expect the unexpected when fishing and be ready to swerve. So pulling up to this dock light right here, like I said, we're expecting to see trout and redfish. And to our surprise, we saw striped bass. Kind of blew my mind because I've caught stripers here my entire life. I've caught them in the Blackwater River and in the Escambia River, which are adjacent to Milton, Florida and Pace, Florida. And you know, I've caught them my entire life. I've never caught them in this canal. This canal is more towards Gulf Breeze, Florida, which is completely salt water, and I am aware that stripers can live in salt water. But to see them here, which we've never seen them here our entire lives, so to see them here was a surprise. So guys, Beach Bum's got his shrimp set out, and we're just gonna toss on kind of the edge of the light right here where we've been seeing these big fish. I mean, some of these fish look, I don't know, like 3 foot long. So folks, let me tell you what's going on right now. There are gigantic stripers. Well, they're all different size stripers in this light right here, and we cannot get them to eat shrimp. So as you can see, we were using live shrimp, and anytime you're dock light fishing at night and there's trout and redfish around, live shrimp are a surefire way to get action, which is why we brought them in the first place. Little did we know these stripers were going to be here, and they would not touch a live shrimp. And so what did we have to do? We had to swerve. Now, I got a lot of comments in the regular video that were like, why didn't you just throw lures? Why didn't you just throw this? Stripers will eat this. Folks, yes, we know that stripers will eat lures, and we didn't put it in the video, we threw every lure that we had in our tackle box, and they wouldn't touch anything. And there's a reason why, and I'm about to get to that here in a second. These stripers wanted live mullet. So if you know anything about the panhandle of Florida, in the wintertime, mullet get up in bayous. Now, this was a bayou, and I'm solely convinced this is why these stripers had traveled this far, because the bait was prevalent, but the bait was only mullet. That was the only thing in this bayou. And so Think of it like this: when you're at a steak restaurant and you're in the mood for a steak, and somebody brings you a bowl of spaghetti, you're gonna be like, dude, I'm in the mood for a steak. All right, I ain't in the mood for a bowl of spaghetti. And so it immediately registered with me. Okay, I have to go and catch these live mullet if we want to be successful. We're not going to be successful throwing lures. We know that. They don't want shrimp. All right, they don't want spaghetti. Think of the shrimp as spaghetti. They don't want spaghetti. They want a steak. All right, and that mullet was that filet mignon. And so we had to go and catch live mullet in order to be successful.
Guys, we are out here now searching for mullet. Brand's got the cast net, which you can't really see a little bit right there, but
I gotta admit that was a decent throw.
Yeah, it was an amazing throw.
That was... Oh, we got baits. We got baits. Oh, sorry, I just bonked heads. Oh, we got more.
So as you see, we managed to catch a bunch of live mullet very quickly. All right, and this is something that I recommend everybody do when they're fishing. Go get you a little 6-foot cast net, learn how to throw it. There's lots of YouTube videos out there that will allow you to learn how to throw it, and you can always be successful, because sometimes you're going to have to swerve like we did that night, and catch you some live bait real quick. And that 6-foot cast net is very easy to handle. As you'll see right here, we immediately threw out a mullet, and I immediately hooked up and I choked.
He got it. He got it. I got him. Oh, he's off. No, he's back on. Oh, he's off. God bless America. I had a striper.
You know, I choked on him, but you saw immediately we spent an hour and a half trying to get these fish to bite. But as soon as you pitched them the bait that they wanted, they immediately ate. And luckily for all of us involved, right here you're gonna see Bama Beach Bum comes in and saves the day by catching a striper. And he caught his very first striped bass. We'll watch that right now, and then I wanna talk about what happened after this and why we were able to be successful, what we were using as far as our tackle and everything like that.
Oh, Beach Bum's on. Beach Bum's on. Got him with the mullet.
I got him. Oh,
that's a striper, dude.
Is it a striper?
Mm-hmm. Sure
I've never
is.
caught one.
This will be your first striper, man.
Yeah, we got to get him. Do we have a net or anything?
No, you're gonna have to pull him up over there. Oh, it is a striper. Look, guys.
Yeah, I'm rolling.
So Beach Bum has his first striper.
Oh, crab net. Okay.
Oh, that'll work.
Yeah,
that'll work. That's okay.
There he is, baby.
You got your first striper, dude. Nice, man. Look at there.
Brant Peacher.
Dude,
put me on my first stripe.
I was very happy that Beach Bum got his first striper. Like, we've been searching for this thing all year, and he finally did it. But let me tell you something, folks. This wouldn't have happened if we would not have been prepared to catch the live bait, which we did. And so that is why. Now, let me explain to you why we didn't catch any more after this. All right, so this is something that you need to keep into mind. All right, we had an incoming tide all afternoon. All right, so it got dark about 6:15. All right, so from 6:15 when we first got to the light till 8:15, 8:30, those stripers were super prevalent in that area. They were running through the light chasing these mullet. As soon as 8:15 hit, the tide stopped. So that was when high tide was going to hit in our area. The mullet went away, the stripers went away, and we never saw another fish. All right, and so be mindful of the tides. If you're gonna go fishing, this is super important. If you're gonna go fishing and it looks like you know, you're gonna be fishing on a bad tide, which would be like a dead tide, a neap tide, a dead low tide with no moving water, and you're in a place like a canal like that, it's probably best to stay at home, because those fish are not going to be active on that dead tide. And so because we caught it the 2 hours before peak tide, high tide, we were able to be successful. And that's usually when those fish start biting. 2 hours before high tide, 2 hours after high tide, 2 hours before low tide, and 2 hours after low tide. So it works both ways. I like that couple hour period before the tide change, but unfortunately when it stops, you're not gonna get them anymore. Now folks, I wanna show you how I was rigging for these guys. This is a toadfish rod right here. Now this is a brand new one. This is not the one I was using, but it is the same one as far as the specs are concerned. This is a 7-foot 2-inch toadfish, medium extra fast. I really like this rod. I've used it a lot on my channel, and it seems the medium extra fast seems to be able to be the most versatile. I can take it out and catch bull reds on the beach. I can catch trout in the canals. I've caught Spanish, bonitas, you name it, on this rod. And so I really like the toadfish rod. Now, I had this paired with a Penn Fierce 4000, and I like the Penn Fierce 4000 for a couple reasons. It's very inexpensive, but it holds up great. I've caught so many fish using that Penn Fierce, and so it's just a reel that I do recommend if you're on a budget. And I've always said this throughout the history of my channel. Also, folks, the line that I was using was 15-pound spider wire ultra cast. Now, the reason I'm using 15-pound test on the 4000 is it casts great. I love the way the spider wire ultra cast casts, and it's heavy enough that you can pull a fish out of a dock if you need to, but it is light enough that you can get maximum casting distance. So I do like that 15-pound test. Now, if I'm for sure like flipping docks and I don't have to make long cast, I'll move up to 20-pound, or if I'm fishing like a wreck for sheep's head or snapper or something like that around a jetty or around a deep water dock, I'm going to move up to 20-pound, maybe even 30-pound. Just in order to pull those fish out of there. It all depends on what I'm doing. But if I'm freelining a mullet like that, I have some open space, I like that 15, or if I'm casting the flat, sometimes I'll even go down to 10-pound braid when you see me casting the flats, and I don't have to worry about these fish breaking off. And so, guys, I hope you enjoyed this very first video breakdown. It's something new that I wanted to try, that I wanted to give you guys. And hey, that's what I'm going to do on this channel. I'm going to do a breakdown of every video that I post on my main channel to give you kind of an educational viewpoint. And so I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you continue watching. Please subscribe to the channel. Shoot me a thumbs up. You guys have a great week.